Highrook, an aristocratic area of cold rock and rain, a melancholy shadow overlooking the port at Black Sands. At the summit of its gray cliffs lies the crumbling edifice of Acheron House. The Acheron family, once respected by the city elite, the Acheron family fell from grace to become the subject of snide remarks and scornful whispers. Lord Acheron was a prominent book collector whose increasing interest in the occult saw him driven from respected academic practice. It is rumored he turned to the Seekers Communion for support shortly before his family's enigmatic disappearance. The Seekers Communion is a secretive organization of mystic seers and exiled scholars. This clandestine group supports occult practices across the city and facilitates a black market for arcane goods. Officially banned by Black Sands Council, the collective continues its work in the shadows. I see the game trailer for the Lighthouse. Negative, Clem. What up, Scotter? Council investigation. The vanishing of a noble house, the Acherons, is what they're referring to here, however disfavored, cannot go unexamined by the council. The Black Sands mayor, Lord Alliston, has commissioned a cross-guild team to investigate. A dilapidated stagecoach, ooh, that's a tough one, deposits the party at Highrook. The rain echoes eerily through the empty halls. Olay! Arriba! Alright, chapter 1. We hide in the shadows of the world beyond. Adage of the Deep Spire Church. So the Acheron family, Daddy Acheron starts dabbling in some dark shit. The whole family vanishes. The city of Black Bay, Black something, sends a team up. So we're playing as the team sent to investigate the Acheron family house. Here we go. Welcome to the horror at Highrook. Is this Cluedo? It looks like Clue. It plays a little like Clue, actually, Shiny. So right now, we're going to pause time, because time ticks away up here. The sundial, it shows the time of day. The sundial shows night or day right here, and you'll see it when I unpause, it gradually rotates. Solo dev, by the way, it's my understanding. You can speed up time. We'll be using that later as well. Our squad of 3, soon to be 4, has just showed up in the courtyard. We've got Atticus Hawk. I wish it was Mike Hunt. Scholar Vitali, Mechanist Astor. They all have skills and stats, basically, which you can also see small versions of up here. So injury, fatigue. This is just, do they need sleep? This is how insane the Lovecraftian shit is. Made them. And do they need to eat? And then those icons are up here, slowly filling up. You can see Vitali's have already started. The fatigue, the hunger. Okay. These abilities are each tied to a room or an area on the map. Secrets, sensations, routes, vittles, devices, and paths. And you can find the matching icons here. So he can interact with the roots using his root skill in the courtyard here. Paths is connected over here on the cliff top. This will all, I'm doing the super fast mode, and then you'll, it's really not that complicated once you get into it, but you combine a character and their ability with an item, which we're going to do in just a minute. For example, the supply crate here that we brought in on our stagecoach, burnished metal crate of investigative equipment provided by the High Council, sealed with an elaborate mechanist lock. We will need to take this to the machine room in order to open it. So we'll be taking that over here, where someone with the machining skill, Atticus could do it, Vitaly could not, mechanist obviously can. You pair them with the item, and then you set that as a task, and then the supply crate will open, and we'll get what's inside. Right now, let's do some lore. Super fast. All right, so we've just pulled in. Let's read what the council missive says. When a card is shining like that, you have to investigate it before you can do anything else. All right, dear investigators, by order of the High Council, you're granted license to commandeer Highrook Manor and its associated facilities. You've been commissioned to investigate the disappearance of the Acheron family, the owners of the estate, who were reported missing several days ago. The Acherons were well known in the city, and their vanishing is concerning, especially considering a rumored affiliation with the Seekers Communion. That's that black market occult group that Acheron was apparently pals with. Please treat any evidence you might find as confidential and report immediately to the council when your task is complete. A news report is included to provide further context on this unusual event. The mayor himself. We're still paused. Okay, here we go. I see Mayor Alliston is as conceited as always. His presumption that all city events require his involvement is so tiresome. I suspect that Bleakhurst has been involved more for political point scoring than out of respect for our knowledge. But perhaps I can track down the books that Acheron borrowed from us last year. Sighing, eye-rolling. Indeed, Vitaly, I'm equally tired of Alliston's petty machinations, but the High Council provides us with the bulk of our funding, and as such, we are obliged to respond. At least they have provided us with some of our tools to begin our work. We should take the supply crate to the machine room where I can extract its contents. I don't much like Alliston either, but he pays well. That's the mayor. And I certainly don't trust bookworms like this Acheron chap, but nothing but trouble in all those old tomes. Let's find these upmarket fools and get out of here. So each of these characters comes from like a guild. They're representing different guilds. So when Vitaly talks about Blackhurst, I think he's talking about like the Scholars Guild. Spoken like a true Aldworther. I assume that's Atticus's guild. Don't worry, my friend. You'll be away from the bookworms and back with the woodworms soon. Fewer insults, more action. Our remaining colleague, a doctor from Canecross, will be joining us tomorrow. We should prepare for her arrival. Aster draws a mechanist key driver from her belt. Approach the crate. All right, did it unpause? Good. Invel Gazette. Ladyboy's got to go sit and pee, yeah. The Acheron family. Dude, a piss bag? My mother-in-law says she keeps a jar in the car in case she has to take a shit during traffic. Has that happened before? I don't think it's ever happened. But she's like, dude, you never know. Talk about instant regret. Me like loading, who knows, lawn chairs or some shit into the car to go to the beach. I'm like, hey, what's this jar for? Dun, dun, dun. Yukon, you're right. The Acheron family, one of the city's most eligible houses, this is a newspaper article, has disappeared under suspicious circumstances this week. A delivery boy from Direwitch. Wait a minute, with a Y, but not in the right place, but still. Smack, that's what I'm saying. What's the procedure for shitting in a jar in a traffic jam? Also, there's someone right there. Right there. Someone behind you watching your car shake. Do you just slide down? So you got like horizontal? Delivery boy from Direwitch Market is reported to have discovered the family's absence when he arrived at their clifftop manor to deliver tinned fish. The boy who has subsequently been treated for delirium is reported to have spoken about seeing the place as if struck by a storm. The Acheron family were not immediately found by local tollsmen, and their servants, a maid and an estate warden, also seem to have been missing for some time. The High Council announced that it has commissioned a cross-guild team, that's us, to investigate this disturbing occurrence of vanishment. So we'll send this to our records. We can refer to our records here. Next up, it's teaching us how to use the characters, items, and tasks. So we're going to move the supply crate to the machine room. We'll move Aster over here to the character slot. And then if I remember right, you click, yeah, there we go. You click on the name of the room and it'll show you the prerequisites to complete an action. So if we move her out of that, unpack the supply crate is listed because the supply crate is in the task square there. Requires one of the device skills. She has it. So we'll move her in. No characters listed. Move her in. Boop. Prerequisite filled, and now we can start the task, which we will do. It won't, until we unpause, it won't progress. But for now, I think we'll do that because these two bros can't do anything at the moment, so. This is the most confused you've been watching SARK play games. You'll pick it up. It's not too, it's pretty digestible. Okay, so Aster has opened up the crate here. Inside was a spyglass, a library codex, a night lamp, and an equipment note. Let's read that. The spyglass, binocular set from the workshops of Ashburg, intended for use in hunts or expeditions. The night lamp, a soporific nightlight. That's like a sleep aid, a soporific. From the mechanist workshops of Venitus. Its gentle hum and soft light promotes slumber even in disturbing surrounds. And the library codex, the book here. Provided by the scholars of Bleakhurst, that's Vitali's crew. A catalog of archive filing systems and nomenclature. So, good luck in your investigations, Quartermaster Lavinia. Send it to the records. So now, if you click in on the new gear we've got, time is paused for a moment. Each of these items has a little icon that matches a room. So the night lamp, a mechanist lantern from the Venitus workshops. Its clockwork heart produces a hypnotic hum when activated. The soporific sound, combined with a soft scattering of dappled light, is guaranteed to induce sleep. The act of sleeping reduces fatigue of all characters present in the room. It may also provide us with incantation, or device inspiration. So that's going to live in the guest room. We're going to move that over. And then when everyone needs to sleep, we'll pile into the guest room. That'll be when the fatigue goes. My dad cannot stand Clue, and my mom owns B-. It's definitely like some people are wired for it, some people are not. The Library Codex, a well-thumbed index from Bleakhurst College describing the canonical organization of archives and texts. It should allow us to locate useful items within the organizational chaos of the archives. So you can see the icon here matches the archives. We're going to put the codex in there. Ornate binoculars composed of burnished brass and oil-smudged leather. The lenses stain the world a watery blue, but their magnification and focus are impressive. We can perform a task with this card in the clifftop. You can see the icon there matches the clifftop. So we're going to put the spyglass over there. So we're going to put Atticus, our hunter, over on the clifftop with the spyglasses to give a little search of the clifftop. We're going to put Vitaly the Scholar in the archives with the Library Codex. For now, our engineer doesn't have anything to do, but that'll change shortly. All right, now we're going to pause, because this is real time. Time will go, and there's shit tied to in-game. As time passes, there's events that happen, so you do want to play it smart. It would be kind of fun to... It would be hard to play with a no-pause version, because then you're not soaking in all the... Like, you'll read one thing and a whole day will pass, but... Alright, in the archives, Vitaly has studied the codex and learned a study code. A slip of creased card inscribed with neat lines of numbers and symbols. It appears to be a code of some kind. On the reverse surface, the image of a key is stamped in blue ink. We can perform a task with this card in the machine room. You can see that up here too. You need the devices skill, like over here on the machine room. We got an engineer ready to rumble, so we're going to move that over. She's going to do her thing with that. On the clifftop with the spyglasses, Atticus has found some moon grain, ancient grain, dry stalks supporting rough spiked ears. What up, Pancake? And D-Toms, what's up? Cultivated and cropped with the pretense of making stodgy bread, its less Puritan use is for fermenting a strong homebrew liquor. We can perform a task with this card in the kitchen. You can see the icon. So we're going to move the moon grain up to the kitchen. We may do something with that here. Atticus has also found Simon's note. Simon's note, found out on the cliff. Yesterday, Pa made... So this is Simon Acheron, the son in the family that is missing. Yesterday, Pa made me get some weird necklace from the cave under the house. Down there, the tunnels get all twisted. It was scary. I think maybe smugglers left it for him. What up, Tornado? Ludo is Parcheesi. No, Cluedo. Pa said not to put it on. Wait, what was this? Oh, yeah, okay. Simon's dad made him go get a necklace from beneath the house in the scary caves. Was told not to put the necklace on, but it was shining when I dug it up like a red star. I wanted to wear it really bad, but it hurt when I did, like nettles all over. I took it off quick. It's in the chapel now, and Pa goes there at night and makes strange sounds, like he's crying. I worry he's putting it on and it's hurting him like it hurt me. I hate it. I want to throw it away, but Pa says no. He's grumpy. He shouted at me the other day for doing drawing in his study. So now I play outside. I don't mind. I like watching the birds, but it feels extra cold today. Okay. So now we start to have choices. We could research the codex again, or we could have them do their thing just to see. Let's see who has the kitchen ability. The scholar ain't cooking. We're gonna have the mechanist study the study code. So let's hope Atticus has a victuals skill. So we're gonna move him up here and see what he cooks with the moon grain. We're gonna have the scholar continue studying the codex, see what else he can find. Everyone's tasks are going. The mechanist finished studying the study code. Let's pause now that everybody's done. And it opened up the study. Makes sense. To whoever finds this note, do not follow my path. You will not find us. They have their threads in us, all of us. They pull and we cannot resist. If you seek us out, you too will be lost. If I can, and before it's too late, I will close the doors. I will shatter the gates and scatter the fragments. And I beseech you, do not follow. I've made such errors of judgment, such acts of vanity and greed, and for what? So, I think maybe Gideon is the father, Gideon Aaron. Colonel Mustard, that's right, Tornado. Dude, and what a movie. Holy shit. This does not bode well. The first evidence of Lord Acheron we find, and it's a garbled, paranoid rant. Perhaps Gideon was trying to escape the Communion's grasp. That's the pack of occultists that he had palled up with. Or perhaps his occult obsessions really had driven him insane. I ain't no detective, but perhaps the Lord was up to no good and this is him trying to cover his tracks. He could be trying to set up someone to take the blame for whatever happened to his family. Or maybe he just went mad, sitting up here with all his weird books. Do not be so quick to judge. Lord Acheron was an accomplished academic. I don't think we can simply dismiss his writings as the babblings of a madman. I feel there is truth in his words, disturbing though they be. But it is too soon to say what this outburst really means. Alright, we're still paused. Okay, moonshine, what's it do? It's not sophisticated, but it is effective. We can drink this to calm a fretful mind and quiet the whispers of the night. That sounds like it's a remedy for insanity. And to use it, just like all the other items, you would pair it with a character in its appropriate room. In this case, the dining room. For now, we'll just set it in there. Rickard, have a good night. We're going to probably put Atticus back out on the cliff. What do we got here? A simple trowel. A crooked trowel. This is... We opened up the study using the study code. And found a shovel. We found the note that we just read. And then some type of rune. A fragment of something more. The dark traceries and dislocated symbols offer only a glimpse of what the whole might be. So this is going to be... We're going to just set this down here for now. Do one fire. Hell yeah, dude. Simple trowel, a crooked trowel tarnished with age, spotted with rust. The scratched metal blade is dented, but the sharp edge is still strong enough to bite into the frosty soil. So this is the item that is sort of coupled with the courtyard, the roots. So now we can have a bit of an assembly line if we coordinate our characters. Can she dig in the courtyard? She does not have the root skill, but Atticus does. She has paths, so she can move to the cliff top. Atticus can go to the courtyard, and we can have everybody going. The Clue movie is so fun. Let's read the journal that Vitali found in the archives. A collection of images and torn out pages crammed into an ink-stained notebook. Some of the text is readable, but much of it is written in some sort of cipher. We can perform a task with this card in the study. Okay? I'm going to assume that the scholar has the appropriate skill for this. Mysteries. And we'll task him to check that out. Like this. Just keep it playing but muted. All right, we're paused. It's 3 p.m. in the afternoon on day 1. Scholar Vitali has discovered another puzzle piece. Another note from Daddy Acheron. We'll read that in a sec. Down here, out on the cliff top, the mechanist has used the spyglasses to find some more moon grain, make more moonshine, and some raw meat with a timer on it. A chunk of meat cut from a trapped hare, its scrawny flesh, might make a decent meal when cooked. We can perform a task with this card in the kitchen. We're going to put it in the kitchen for now. Put this over here, too. Nobody is too hungry, though. We're being pretty efficient with our time. Caligar's not here yet, but soon. Yeah, usually I'm not live on Wednesdays, but we're doing like chill story time. It's probably going to be the circle. In the courtyard, using the trowel, Atticus has found a focus fern, a clutch of leathery leaves, the color of an overcast day. When steeped in boiling water, this herb will result in a brew that can help focus and study. Okay, and we would use that in the kitchen as well. And dream leaf, fragile rose with a crown of deep purple petals. Concoctions made from this delicate plant are rumored to instill vivid dreams and nighttime visions. The city's mystics often endorse its use as a catalyst for seances and fortune-telling. We can perform a task in the laboratory. We've not unlocked the laboratory yet. So I'm going to pull this down here. Same with moonshine. We're going to start keeping sorting inventory down here. What up, Nova? Read Gideon's second note. I have the Valhassa tear and the fragments to accompany it, but at what cost? My son brought more than just the relic back from the depths. So now he's talking. We've heard from Simon the son bringing the necklace back. Why didn't Gideon go get it himself? Maybe we'll find out. My son brought more than just the relic back from the depths. He's afflicted with some unearthly wasting disease. The doctors from Canecross could not help him, and he's now so frail that I fear he may not recover on his own. I hope to find some assistance for him via my work or from the Seekers. Perhaps the cure lies somewhere within the walls of Nibiru. In the meantime, I'm sealing the chapel just as I've closed the laboratory. I don't want anyone else to stumble across my work and end up injured. Okay. Like the dwarves of Moria, dude. Maybe we'll try cooking the focus fern and see what it makes. She can cook as well as Atticus. We'll have Atticus cook, though. We'll bring the scholar. He's done in the study. Nothing else up here. Vitali will come back down, study the codex again, see what he finds. These are infinite use. These like tool items. Holy shit. The cliff top, we found a raven's cap mushroom and some tracing charcoal. This is the first of these we found. Task support. A nugget of crumbling coal, its dark dust coats everything in a fine film, revealing the patterns of fingerprints and scars. We can use this to reveal the hidden marginalia and erase notes in journals and tomes. Dude, this game is got a vocab on it. What a task support card is you can put this in a room, in the appropriate room. In this case, the key represents the study. Oh, by the way, the fuck, we got a ghost. And it will give you a +1 to that, because what we're going to start finding is things that require higher levels of skill than we have. For example, the mysteries skill. My scholar only has 1 point in it. So if something requires 2 points of mysteries skill, he won't be able to pull it off up in the study. But I can put some tracing charcoal up in the room with him, give him +1, then he can do it. That's how that works. I'm going to just let that chill in the study, because that's where it'll be used for now. Tornado, I know. Imagine you just put some tracing charcoal by you and suddenly you were a goddamn genius. And then Raven's Cap. Ink-stained button mushrooms represent the darker side of foraging cuisine. When eaten raw, their rubbery flesh can prompt vivid hallucinations. Amen. Or stomach pain. I'm still in. Would-be Gnostics and cheap lotus eaters often resort to this plant as a free source of short-lived visions. We could eat a handful of these raw in the dining room if we're feeling lucky. Consuming these mushrooms raw can provide mysteries or substances bonuses, but can also make you ill. All right, we'll put it in the dining room. Somebody's going to eat that just for the science of it. Atticus turned that fern into owl tea. Another mysteries task support. There you go, Tornado. Just brew some owl tea. Sharpen the old intellect. I'm actually going to keep those down here for now. Dear Gideon, your efforts have been noticed. This is a letter from the Communion, the occult group that Gideon, the dad, has aligned himself with. Your efforts have been noticed. You're new to the Communion, yet we already sense great potential in your practice. As discussed, we will aid you in your work and provide such guidance as we can. In return, you must follow that guidance and pledge yourself to our order. As you're aware, Highrook rests above the Black Sands undercoves, a network of subterranean smuggling routes and hidden chambers. Highrook is the mansion, and Black Sands is like the local town, but it looks like there's a series of caves under the mansion that these dudes are interested in. An old seeker's sanctuary still lies within those caves. Descend and locate this shrine if you can. We believe objects of great power still remain there, hidden in that gloom. Okay, so the Communion tasked Gideon with extracting, looting the caves under the mansion. I think everyone's going to go back to their positions here. I'm saving the mushroom maybe till we possibly need an extra mysteries or what was it? substances. Skill check. Okay, everyone's finished their task. Using the spyglass, Astor has found catalytic powder. Let's read about it. Oh, here. A pinch of reactive powder scraped from the briny efflorescence of ancient Highrook stone, a useful reagent in chemical processes. This catalyst can support our activities in the laboratory. So it's a +1 to the substances skill check. We can't even get into the laboratory yet, so we're going to save it. Might stack these up by skill here. In the archives, Vitali. Why is there a timer on the meat? It goes bad. Yeah. A small folio of notes and diagrams scribbled in Lord Acheron's distinctive hand. It is written in a more complex cipher than previous entries. That's reflected here. We need 2 in the mystery skill up here in the study to check it out. Luckily, we have mysteries boosts. So we're going to send Vitali up to the study with the cryptic journal, and we're going to give him some owl tea. Now the task is completable. We've got the journal, needs 2. Vitali has 1. The owl tea has 1. Brings our total to 2. We'll have him research that cryptic journal. Although they're unremarkable to look at, these small flowers are renowned for their healing properties. We could process the petals in a lab to create a restorative treatment. Can't get into the lab yet, so I'm going to put that down here with the needs lab. This also needs the lab. Oil bud, greasy, thick-stemmed plant. Got to get into that lab. You keep digging. You keep searching. You study the cryptic journal. Oh, somebody asked, who is Caligar? That is the doctor. They mentioned briefly the doctor that's being sent on day 2. Caligar will join us. Fox Eye? True. All right, it is 10 p.m. We're being pretty efficient, so nobody's super tired yet. Scholar Vitali has found another of these puzzle tiles. All right, Daddy Gideon's 3rd note. Let's read that. Let's read the Seeker's letter first. Dear Gideon, the fragments of lore you're compiling are symbolic shards, scraps of shattered knowledge. They may seem incomprehensible in isolation, but gather them all and absorb their lessons. Only then, when you assemble the whole, will a new rite be formed. Maybe this is the puzzle pieces we're gathering. The shoehorn. No, not yet. The opening eye, the ashen hammer, the fallen sky, the broken spear. Each incantation opens the mind to deeper power and knowledge. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4? Persist, brother. You're close to communing with the first circle of Nibiru. Once the eye has been opened, you will truly begin to see the glory that awaits. Okay. Simon's illness is worsening. That's his son. The communion tells me the only cure lies in pressing onwards, but I've already unleashed things I never wanted to see. This morning, the spawn of the first circle came again, writhing, putrid grubs spilling out of the cracks in the boards. I do not know how to appease them, and I'm so tired. Things are becoming untethered. In my fatigue, I've mislaid the Valhassa tear, or it has mislaid itself. I must begin hiding the tools and ritual fragments. I cannot have my family fall prey to their effects again. All right, so he sent Simeon down into the caves to grab an artifact at the behest of the communion, and now Simeon's cursed. Oops. Atticus found another focus fern. I assume we would make... What did we make with that? Catalytic powder? Dream leaf, maybe? I forget. We'll have him cook it, though. Let's cook it up. That's the stroke of midnight. Alright, we're pausing. Alright, she's not finding anything. That's 2 nights in a row. Or 2 searches in a row. She hasn't found anything on the cliff tops. Vitali has found a tracker's guide in the archives. How to find the salt hare, the broken twig, signs of the storm, where the wild things may be. We've uncovered a selection of expeditionary notes that might serve to aid our exploration of the cliff tops. It's another +1 to the path skill. So we're going to put it down here until we need it. Might as well have him cook the moon grain while he's up there.